Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Hey besties, hey, it's Behind the Shade and I am back from vacation. It was my birthday on Saturday. Had a good time. It was a surprise trip to Mexico City. Oh, we had a time. We had a time. But that ain't what you're here for. But I do want to say that I got back in town yesterday morning before all that mayhem happened with the cartel, the Mexican cartel that happened, the explosion and all that happened in Puerto Vallarta. Let's please say a prayer for the people, the tourists, and everyone involved in this mess. Got home yesterday morning. We landed in San Francisco at about 8:30 in the morning. Our flight left Mexico City at 6:10 a.m. So I had been up. We woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Our driver came at 3. Got to the airport. The airport is huge, and there was a lot of people. There's a lot of people in Mexico City. We had a good time. I don't know if y'all want to hear all that, but it was an experience. Yes, had a great couple of days. So anyway, made it back just in time. Needless to say, that's what I wanted to say. Is I made it back just in time, and I am here, grateful, counting my blessings and praising God that we made it because they shut down all the airports in Mexico, and some American tourists are being held hostage. Oh, it's a mess. It is a mess. But we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But let me tell you, let me get some water. I got home yesterday, had to drop people out, pick people up, get home, settled in, relaxed a little. Y'all, I hopped to it, okay? I did the recap for Beverly Hills. I did Love During Lockup, and I did half of the Bell Collective, right? Got tired, got sleepy, ate some dinner. It was time to go to bed. Then I woke up early this morning, about 5, if you wanted to know. I woke up at about 5 a.m. and I just finished up uh, Bell Collective. And then I did Real Housewives of Potomac season, part 2 of the reunion. And then I completed Married to Medicine. So the peoples are telling me to take a nap, lay down, go to bed, put your phone on vibrate. I'm like, okay, okay, okay. I get into bed, I'm trying to lay down. And I'm not even sleepy, but I was falling asleep when I was doing the recaps. But I said, okay, well, let me get up. Let me do a recap or two because I have 5 to do. Okay. I'm giving myself until tomorrow to complete this task. I got things to do. I can't relax. I got things to do, I guess. And I'm excited. I miss y'all. Do you miss me? Because I miss y'all. So let's talk. So I'm thinking maybe I'll get the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills done, and then during what is this? During Love During Lockup, and maybe I'll be ready to go to sleep. We will see, but you know me. This tongue might get to switching my words, but I'm gonna take my time. I got my water, I got my coffee. Let's get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 10, honey. Now, I wrote my notes a little retardedly, so I might have to I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure me out, okay? So let's get into it. So the episode begins down over there in the Hamptons. Rachel is telling the ladies the plan for the day, honey. They're gonna go outside, they're gonna party, they're gonna dance with a band, they're gonna have a good time. And she's excited, they're excited, and I'm excited for them. Okay. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Coming back from a vacation, you almost always try to get sick. You don't try to get sick, but the temperature was hot there. It was 85, so you're in and out of air conditioning vans and everything like that, and it's hot outside, and The plane is kind of hot, then it got cold, and then we come home, and it's probably in the 50s here, but it's nice. Sun is out, love it, can breathe well, but I'm a little stuffy, but I'm gonna be okay by tomorrow. So forgive all the sound effects that comes with this recap. There might be a little clearing of the throat, cough. Child, we're gonna work it. We're gonna work it out. Bear with me, okay? So in the montage, the second part, we're at Amanda's house and she's telling her fiance, y'all, can y'all remind me what his name is? I just don't listen for his name. I just don't listen for it. So she's whining and complaining to him about how the ladies did not appreciate her manifestation event. And her thing is, I was giving them free game. This was free. I charge for these kind of events and things. And she thought it would have been a fun way for them to get to know her better. And it's like, Amanda, you got this all wrong. You really do. And it's episode 10. We need to know who you are. No one cares about how you make your money. They're okay with you being successful. They understand. If you live in the Beverly Hills part of LA, you bought Kyle's old home and you remodeled it. We know you have money, but every time we get together, we don't want to hear about your brand, about your business, about your book, about what you have, about what you can do. You know, what is, who are you? Who are you, Amanda? You are sitting at a table full of rich women. They don't care about your small pocket change. And I get it. You feel like you're good or you can one up them because you're self made. They have self made women at this table also. Bose is self made. Kyle is self made. Okay, you talk about the women who get their money from their exes. Okay, you're talking about Sutton. Bose probably get money too. You're talking about Jennifer Tilly, but she was an actress also. Kyle, where if she ever gets divorced, she's gonna get some money, but she's been acting since she was a kid. Kathy is still married, last name Hilton, hotels and resorts, Hilton brand. You're not impressed. These women are not impressed by you. Sutton gets a huge allowance from her ex-husband. They're not impressed. They want to get to know you. They want to talk, gossip, laugh, drink, smoke, eat good foods. They just want to have a good time, shop, one up each other in fashion, possibly. Because everybody kind of has their own style, right? And it's like, this is not getting to know you, Amanda. You need to stop and try again, okay? So then we see Bose. She meets Sutton at the park, a park that Sutton passes by a quadrillion times and has never stopped, never walked in it. So they meet, right? And so I just did not like the way Sutton did greet, or should I say, didn't greet Bose. I didn't like it one bit. So then it goes, Bose says, hello, how are you doing? Sutton's like, I'm good. Bose says, glad to see you. And then there's crickets from Sutton as they hug. Oh, speaking of crickets, besties, I had crickets while I was in Mexico City over the weekend. I ate a cricket. I could check that off my bucket list. Well, it wasn't on my bucket list, but something new. I'm down for something new. That's what life is about. Try and do new things. I just think the proper way that Sutton should have greeted Bose was when she said, hello, how are you? She said, hi, how are you? I'm good. Sutton, you should have asked Bose how she was doing. That's how you get to talking. That's how conversations begin. She did not. When Bose said, glad to see you, Sutton said nothing again. Like, why are you not talking to her? Why do you feel like she's supposed to be so over the moon about you? Girl, just something I noticed, besties. I did not like it. And I want y'all out there doing that. When someone speaks and greets you, you greet them back. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So, Bo says she notices a new Sutton since last year, and she likes the new Sutton. You know, Sutton Brown. You can have that Sutton Strack. We don't want her because Sutton Brown listens and she thinks logically now. So we can get along with this one better. Bo says Amanda feels the need to show off what she has now. Bo says she appreciates the journey more than your destination. See, Amanda, that is a prime example of someone that wants to get to know you. She wants to know how you started, what happened, how did you overcome, how did you achieve, how did you conquer, how did you fail? That's what we want to know. What makes you you, not the benefits of what you have now. They all have stuff, girl. You are not impressing none of these women. None of them. So I don't know, Amanda. Do you know that these women have money? Old money, continuous money, just money, money, money. Do you know that? And you know, Amanda, you can tell she's new to money because, baby, that's all she can talk about. God bless her soul. Excuse me, besties. I don't know if I told you. I think I didn't. Just a little under the weather. You know, it was 85 degrees in Mexico City, and then you hop in these tour vans, and the air is on. And honey, that last day on my birthday, Saturday, we was in a beautiful upgraded van. But baby, that air was blowing. And I closed the vents that were on me, but somehow I still got a little in my throat. And then hopping on the plane didn't help either because it's a little cold on the plane too. But I'm getting it together. I'll be back. I'll be normal. Today's Monday. I'll be back normal by Wednesday. But probably tonight after I get this nap. So enough about me. Let's get back to Amanda. So Amanda's talking with her beau, and she says she does not agree that her small opinion about Dorit and how she's approaching PK and talking about him as they divorce. She says, that small opinion she had, it just doesn't warrant her being the cause of Kyle and Dorit's fallout again. She's like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. Kyle was talking about her. I just said something real small, and it's all eyes on me. Shout out to Tupac, R.I.P. Her fiance tells her that when he was going through his divorce, he didn't want to hear nothing from nobody. Just like Dorit. Why you have an opinion about me? Especially Amanda, because it's like you don't even know me. So he's telling her, I agree with Dorit that, clearly it's bull crap, but, I get where she's coming from. And so he kids and says, well, maybe Dorit is jealous of you because you're younger than her. And it's like, boy, really? Okay. But you got to big up your person. You got to encourage your person, let them know they are the bomb. You got to do what you got to do, okay? So Kyle calls Erika. Well, she's out, in the backyard, and so she gets the scoop that, about what happened at Amanda's dinner party, right? So Erika tells her that Sutton told Amanda that she needs to say exactly what she said, stop referring to Kyle, because she did cause Kyle and Dorit to fight. And they're all like, oh, what Sutton is this, honey? Oh, we like this Sutton, honey. So Kyle thinks Amanda is confused in what position she plays. Kyle feels like, she could have an opinion, and what she said wasn't bad. And that's what I'm saying. Like, where have we become now in reality TV where every little thing someone says get picked apart? There was a time on reality TV where things would just fall off your back. You keep it moving. You just didn't trip. And you kind of, and you had more fun. That's why I enjoyed this episode, because in the Hamptons, they were having fun. And it was good to see instead of nitpicking every little thing someone got to say. Okay. Hold that thought. I'll come back to that shortly. Okay. So Erika tells Kyle she's going to go to dinner with Sutton and Denise Richards. And it's like, oh, Denise Richards. Oh, my goodness. And she said, yeah, we had fell out, but we stayed in touch after Erika's messy divorce and all the, not divorce, but the allegations, all the stuff that happened with Tom. Denise came back around and would check on her and all that. And now that Denise is going through a rough going through a rough patch with her husband, ex-husband, child, they only been married 6 years, honey. You remember the guy with the big ding-a-ling? She had no problem telling us that his package was nice and big and huge. She had no problem telling us about him. So Erika says she's going to support Denise through this. Honey, wait till we get there. Woo, baby. This episode was pretty good. So the Hamptons crew, honey, they head out for the day of fun, honey. Kyle is telling them she was about to put on some old see-through booty this with the booty cheeks out. She was going to wear it, but she changed her mind. Rachel's like, she wants that Kyle to come back out, come back around. She wants Kyle to let loose and have some fun. Have some fun. I'm like, I want to see that Kyle too. Remember Kyle used to just do the splits at every party? Just wherever she is, she just go do the splits, right? Rachel wants to experience that Kyle, the fun Kyle, the loosey-goosey Kyle. Okay? So Erika goes to visit Amanda, and she walking around like, oh, this house is a mess because the kids got toys on the floor. It's like, Erika, the house is not a mess. Stop hating, girl. Anyway, so her advice to Amanda is say what you need to say and own it. You need to have some accountability, Amanda. Amanda, she's just childish. She's immature for whatever age she is. She's just immature. She's very immature. So Amanda says, I hear you. You want me to own it. I got it. I'm going to own what I say. Got it. She's like, yeah. Uh-huh. And so Amanda likes Erika because Erika seems to be very interested in her. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Amanda. Oh, okay, Amanda. You think, well, she's trying to help you survive in this group. And yes, everybody is interested, but they're not interested at the same time because you are not opening up. So let her explain, okay? So, honey, Erika goes right on into it. She's like, yeah, we want to know about that cult you was in. She said, oh, you want to know? Uh-huh, we want to know. So when you tell me, I'm going to go back and gossip about you to all the people. I'm going to talk about you behind your back. And that's what I like, Erika. That's why I like Erika, because that was something I would have said. That is something that I would have said. So, honey, we learned that Amanda, when she was in high school, right? She wanted to explore God and religion, and she didn't grow up in a home, or she didn't grow up in a home with religious parents, right? So she was always, curious about getting closer to God. So she joined a youth group in a church when she lived in Oklahoma, and so that pastor moved to Florida, and she moved to Florida too, followed him. And so he was, of course, in a cult. We learned when I did the documentary about Mary. In a cult, you're very controlling. You're isolating the people from their family, their friends, and you want them to give you money. And, the third thing was, the two bodies making noise together. The two bodies making noise, having the right? So she didn't allude to that, that was happening. And I was like, who, thank God, because sometimes these things can be heavy, right? But he was controlling, and she was isolated from her parents, her family, and she did give her money. So after about a year and a half, she would talk to people outside of the group. She would talk to her family. Her sister even plotted on how she could get out of it, right? So he was telling her, don't talk to them because why would they want her not to be close to God? And they would tell her, girl, you in a cult. You need to get out of there. So, she has some common sense. So she left on Halloween, went to her sister's house. And the pastor called her and told her, do not contact anyone in the church. We don't want them, you can't be taking people with you. And she was like, whatever. So Erika tells her that this is what she should be sharing about herself. And I'm like, exactly, exactly. Amanda, share who you are, the layers of you, not what you have. Because remember, you're at the table with with a lot of women that have a lot of money, honey. Jennifer, Kathy, Kyle, Sutton, Bose, baby. Erika and Dorit might be just, middle class, like upper middle class rich. But yeah. Uh-huh. Did I miss anyone else? Oh, and Rachel Zoe. Girl, you sitting at the table full of rich women, honey. So the Hamptons crew discusses Erika. Rachel saw Erika is in the news, in the headlines, on the blogs again. She's headed to trial, right? Rachel texts Erika because she was concerned about her. She wanted to check on her. So Erika says she was fine. Kyle starts speaking her opinion, and I'm sitting here like, I wonder if she's going to get picked apart when she gets back home. I wonder who's going to run back and tell Erika that Kyle was talking. To me, it was a little out of term, but naturally people gonna have an opinion. And we know Kyle is not a girl's girl. She gonna have an opinion. So she gonna say, oh, Erika said she was fine. Oh, yeah, that's what Erika would say. She's gonna say that. Okay. And so this is her opinion. Kyle was like, I wouldn't want this looming over me, over my head. Like, oh my God, it's so heavy. Like Erika just got back on her feet again. And now she has to go back to paying lawyers and lawyer fees. And she was like, it's too much. And so some bandmates joined the table. We didn't hear them perform, but here they are. Two guys and a girl. And, Dorita's flirting, being very flirtatious with one of them. And Kyle says, oh, these guys are not your type. Joking about PK. And y'all, I'll clutch my pearls because I thought Dorit was just going to go ham on Kyle about this. I just felt like Kyle, didn't Erika tell you, keep PK name out your mouth? Why would you bring him up? Yeah. Timing was bad, Kyle. You shouldn't have said it. And I'm surprised Dorit did not check her. So there are two things that can start some mess later on, besties. Yeah, Kyle talking about Erika and then this PK remark. Yep. So Dorit is like, I don't have a type. I'm attracted to energy. And my mother told me don't marry the best looking guy in the room. There's like, and so Rachel's like, that's what she said. That's what she said. So Kyle tells them what Erika told her about what happened at Amanda's party and how Sutton has changed and holding her accountable and defending Dorit, right? So Sutton told Rachel at one time that she needs to work on how she reacts to things. Dorit is excited about her friendship with Sutton because, Sutton defended Dorit while she wasn't there. And that's really notable for a friend. Hold me down when I'm not there. Exactly. Okay. So Dorit says she's unbothered about not being invited to Amanda's parties or anything else. Kyle feels like you're just saying that because if you were unbothered, you wouldn't be saying anything because you wouldn't even be bothered thinking of it. You wouldn't even be bothered. You wouldn't even think about it, right? So Kyle asks, well, how will she be in the group with, Amanda? How you going to deal with her? And so Dorit was like, I can be cordial. So Rachel was like, let's go dance now. Like, let's go dance. And I'm like, I like Rachel's vibe. Like, she like, look, disgusted or dance. Let's go. Y'all disgusted? Now let's go dance. So Erika Sutton and Denise Richards, they meet for dinner, right? And as soon as they sit down, Denise just started talking about facelifts and getting her boobs done. And it's like, huh? This is how you start a conversation? I guess, child. So Sutton is over there looking crazy. You know, she got them facial expressions, honey. Face just a twisting. Because she gonna tell us, honey, she has never had plastic surgery. Besties, please drop down in the comment section now and let me know, do you even believe Sutton? Can you take a good look at Sutton? Can you see, can you identify that face, that neck, that forehead, the whatever has not ever been touched? She was like, when she moved to Beverly Hills, she was kind of like, oh, this is the thing to do? Uh-huh. So, honey, Erika has gotten work done on her neck. She said she didn't like the way it was starting to look, honey. So she got her neck done. I was like, okay. Hey, Giselle over there, Potomac, how you doing? You know, they call you turkey neck and everything. So enough about that. So Erika and Sutton getting along better. Denise is like, I like this. This is good for y'all. And so Erika said it's been good since Sutton has put the tequila down. And so she says, you know, Sutton is more reasonable now and not so reactive. And now she's more fun because she's not so reactive. And so we learned that Erika is being sued by two entities. Tom's business trustees are suing her, and some personal stuff of his are coming after her. Erika is not tripping because she says she knows that this is designed to punish her. She's being punished for being his wife. She's being punished for being a kept woman. She's being punished for being able to live the good life, to be able to buy things and have things. And I'm not sure of everything that Erika should be responsible for, but hey, whew, I wouldn't want this looming over me either, Kyle. So she says, you know, they want to drive me to bankruptcy. And it's like, well, nothing's wrong with that. You can file for bankruptcy and keep stuff. Girl, you better look into it. You don't own that home you living in. File for bankruptcy. Child. She said they just trying to make an example out of me. They try to break me down. And you know, they're pretty much like, whatever you have left, we want that too. Okay. And so they're telling Erika, honey, you not finna just walk away scot-free like nothing happened, like you wasn't in on it. But it's like, how can you prove it? Like, I think I might follow this trial. I might look into it. Because I got questions on, should I not like Erika anymore because of what happened? Or was it all on Tom? Like, yeah, why are you coming for Erika? And so Erika comes right out and she tells Denise Richards, let's talk about your black eye. I was like, with Sutton sitting there, there's Denise Richards and Sutton friends. Child, I'm like, that Erika just came right on. She is not playing, honey. Let's talk about this black eye. So they show a picture, honey. I'm like, oh, wow. Denise. I don't think Charlie Sheen was doing this bad, but they were fighting too, right? So let's talk about the black eye, y'all. So she said, yeah. What was his name? Aaron, I believe. Aaron was hitting her a lot, hitting her upside her head. She said she couldn't tell her daddy because she chose to stay in the marriage, because if she go get her dad, that means she's leaving, right? And she was not ready to leave. So then they showed a clip of her leaving Kyle's party, and he was holding her hand tight, and she was saying something, and he told her if she didn't be quiet, he was going to, you know, crack her hand, break her hand. I was like, oh, So Denise Richards has had some long 7-hour surgeries. She's had a few of them from the misuse of her ex. You know, it just led to more pain and more suffering. And she's told Charlie Sheen that he looked like a saint compared to Aaron, and you know that's bad because Charlie was on them illegals and he was acting a nutcase. Okay, so she decided it was time for a divorce. Got a restraining order against Aaron. Also, he's denying everything, and then Erika says she went through it too, and everybody is like, "What?" And there goes Sutton with them facial expressions. Sutton looking like, huh? What? Huh? What happened? When? Who? Tom? It's Tom. Was it Tom? Who was it? Erika. Child. She's like, oh no, not with my husband. She was like, I met a fun guy. Yeah, after Tom, we were just supposed to have fun, no strings attached, no commitment, just fun, right? So after a few months of fun, it got chaotic. Sutton is in shock. I'm in shock. I'm sitting here looking like, keep going. So Erika says, you got questions, you can go ahead and ask. I'm an open book. So Sutton over there looking like, and so Erika says, well, I didn't tell anybody. That's why you don't know. Well, who was it? It doesn't matter who, but it was after Tom, and it happened 3 times. And she said, do you know how I felt having to call 911 when my son is the cops? And so she said, this new man that she's hanging out with, the older guy, she's like, ain't nobody met him yet, honey. She gonna keep him under wraps. She got to test him out and see how it goes, honey. But besties, that was the end of the episode. I enjoyed it. But I enjoy it. I enjoy Beverly Hills, so I enjoyed it. But let me know what you think. Please drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. We can continue the conversation there. Please like the video, hype the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you in the next recap. And that will be Love During Lockup. I'll be back. Bye, besties.